Real quick, folks, we need to talk about Kash Patel and his role as director of the FBI because this piece came out in the New York Times today, a year inside Kash Patel's FBI, and it is genuinely one of the most insane things I have read in a long time. All right, it is genuinely some of the most insane shit I've read in a long time. Tonya Ugoretz, former assistant director of the Directorate of Intelligence. I was responsible for the morning intelligence briefing. Every director gets to choose how they want to receive information, how often and in what form. I did everything I could leading up to Director Patel coming on board to provide options for how those meetings would run. What type of information do you want? Do you like graphics? Do you like to read? All of that. I wanted to set him up from day one to make effective decisions. Field Office Leader 1. Patel had his first director's call with the heads of all field offices. He had no agenda, no organized thoughts, no strategy or leadership philosophy or priorities to share. I specifically remember him at one point saying, "I don't read." He explained he didn't read briefing materials. Hey guys, is it good if your director of the FBI openly just says, "I'm not going to read any of the things you are creating for me to know what I'm talking about"? Is it good when the director of the FBI confesses to being essentially an illiterate goon? Me no likey books. uh, oh god. I do think it is very wild, right? The idea here that, oh no, do you read? No, I don't. I don't like to read. I'm not. If you could even make it all pictures, I'm not going to look at it. But this is maybe one of the most revealing parts, right? So there is like a yearly conference, right, called Five Eyes. It is a top secret meeting of, several nations of the world's head of intelligence. They all meet together and discuss like urgent threats and findings, and like, some pretty top secret information gets shared in these already secret meetings, right? Guys, get a load of this. Patel traveled to Britain to attend a secret conference of the Five Eyes, the international alliance formed after World War II among the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. Senior Executive 2. Every May, there's a Five Eyes conference with the head of every intelligence agency. This year it was in the UK. Kash Patel is going. In the lead up to that, his detail starts making crazy requests. He's got special requirements on everything, and the Brits are getting pissed. Before the conference, his staff says he's unhappy because he doesn't like meetings in office settings. Guys, the head of the FBI just, he cannot handle having an office meeting. A meeting in an office, why I say. What he wants is social events. He wants premier soccer games. He wants to go jet skiing. He'd like a helicopter tour. Everyone who heard about this was like, hold on, is he really going to ask the MI5 director to go jet skiing instead of meeting? The schedule is set, and every Five Eyes partner is doing this. They can't just say he's not participating, and instead he wants to go to a premier soccer game. This is a job, guys. He wanted, instead of having a meeting about, again, top secret information, like so top secret that it is like several guys getting together in a room that is under top secret security clearances. The kind of secret meeting that has been held in secrecy for like, almost 100 years. And this guy's like, what if we... Guys, what if we had our meeting on a roller coaster? Can we get some like cotton candy up in this bitch? What if we all got into one of those like little swan boats and paddled around a lake together? We could have a meeting in one of those. You gonna have any balloon animals? There better be a goddamn balloon animal or I'm gonna scream. Like it's genuinely insane. Fuck, man. Like, I get so mad every day about these absolute clowns, but this story, Like, I'm not even mad. I'm just incredulous. I'm incredulous to the point that the incredulity is just strangling the anger and like holding it under the surface of the water until it dies. Like that's what's happening right now emotionally in my mind. And it's his staff only cared about three things: what his meals were, when his workouts would be, and what his entertainment would be. The biggest plan is how he's going to get his girlfriend in there so she can go to Windsor Castle. He's got Nicole Rucker as his assistant, like a true executive concierge. And when she's not getting the food or the workout she wants, she'll start screaming at people, "Make it happen." Like, it just keeps getting worse. It's like watching a goddamn train crash. Every paragraph of this. Every paragraph of this. They made a failed children's book author the head of the FBI, and they're surprised that this is how it turned out. His staff was briefed multiple times that the Brits were going to want to talk about an FBI position in London that had been pulled. The FBI is arguably their most important partner. MI5 is 5,000 people. The FBI is 38,000 people. If MI5 ceased to exist, it would be very bad for us. If we ceased to exist, it would be an existential threat for them. That person was working on a ton of sensitive stuff, including embassy penetrations and technology, and they want this position back. So Ken McCallum, the MI5 director, goes to Kash Patel at the conference and says, "Hey, we really need this position. It's so important for our mutual benefit." And Kash says, "Yep, that person's going nowhere. She's absolutely staying," and the Brits rejoice. 2 weeks later, he reverses himself and removes her. The Brits are outraged. Kash will make promises and he will break them, and he doesn't worry about that. Now, one would think, like, okay, so Kash Patel, this absolute dipshit, is just breaking all bonds of trust at every level, but it somehow gets worse. Because again, almost every paragraph in this piece gets worse and worse and worse. All right? On that trip, the heads of intelligence for the Five Eyes went to Windsor Castle and met with the king. There was a photo taken of all of the Five Eyes people, some of whom are non-disclosed, meaning their affiliation with the British intelligence service isn't public. The Brits forwarded that picture as a keepsake for the individuals. They prefaced it with, "This isn't to be shared," but Kash has decided he wants to post it on social media. They have people trying to negotiate with the Brits about whether that's possible. They're fighting with the director's office like, "You cannot post this, do not do this, that," and they're arguing. He wants a picture out. Look, I don't work. I don't work in like national intelligence or cybersecurity or anything like that. But I think at the point where your head of the FBI is like, "Hey, look at this cool picture we got with the king. All of our top secret spies in one spot, in one picture. Let me post that on the internet." And he doesn't understand why that's a bad idea. Morons. Absolute fucking morons. They're gonna get people fucking killed. Like, it's super funny, right? But also, this is gonna come with, like, human costs. Kash Patel being this level of incompetent and this level of stupid is a huge problem when law enforcement on the federal level and the executive branch level is being directed towards American citizens. This is gonna get people killed. And, like, that is terrifying. It's funny in a haha we're fucking cooked way. Yeah, I mean, like we have already baked into our immediate future a degree of suffering and a degree of damage that is not going to be able to be dodged, unfortunately. And it's just I think a lot of folks assumed that evil in this world would be a lot more intelligent, a lot more efficient, and a lot more I don't know, full of malicious intent. And instead, there is like the baseline malicious intent to like defraud folks and like gain power, but the rest of it is just idiocy. Like idiocy compiled upon idiocy. It's Not good, folks. I highly encourage all of you to read this particular article again about Kash Patel's time running the FBI. It is very funny, but also deeply sobering. And we need to organize to beat these clowns. Like, this is untenable. If they are allowed too much time in the driver's seat, they're going to take us all over a cliff. And I worry that they already have done that. And we're just kind of in free fall before we hit the ground. All that being said, folks, get organized. Join your local Dems, join your local DSA. This type of incompetence, weaponized against us, can be deadly. The only way we are going to survive this together is if we get organized, and get organized quick. All right? Minneapolis and Minnesota should be the blueprint for what you do elsewhere. If you need help getting organized with your DSA, join our Discord, !Discord in any of the chats. Reach out to Gamergy for help with DSA. Reach out to Dragonfly for help with your local Dems. And folks, if you got anything out of this, like, comment, subscribe. Leave a comment longer than 8 words, by the way. Apparently that really helps. We need to radicalize our local Dems. We need to, make our local DSAs more effective, like New York. And also, folks, last but not least, check out ImogeneOlivia.com. Gender euphoric lingerie designed from the ground up for trans femmes, tested on cis men, cis women, non-binary folks, etc. Super comfortable, non-tucking lingerie. So check it out. Link should be down in the description. And also, buy some just to piss off a fascist. Okay, they don't like gender euphoric anything. Check it out. Let's keep on going.
Riverboat deck is going to town. All the viewers gather round. Twitch and YouTube is swishy streams. All that content is bursting the scenes. Politics, gaming, and plenty more. Your sense of fashion you'll adore. So grab your stuff and hop